Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, and welcome to the Dark Kingdom. Today we're talking about Overwatch, a game where I am personally a huge fan, big fan. Now, I originally found this game through the concept artwork. No, not the Happy Time concept artwork. I'm talking about when the game was in its original stages, when it was a concept. When the game was still being structured and created into what we know as Overwatch today. Although, as this is the Dark Kingdom, I have to mention the Happy Time artwork as it has become iconic for the game, and it's almost a part of it at this point. Though not particularly canon, I think it's safe to say that we are personal protagonists in this universe, and we do seem to have some semblance of a very close bond with these characters. Whichever your favorite might be. Yes. With that said, it definitely helped with the popularity of this game, and built it up to be what the incredible game it is today. And whether you disagree with that or not, it's definitely a part of its success. But despite all of that, I love this game, and I have been a massive fan since the very beginning. I've watched the streamers, I watched YouTube videos. I love this game to death. But during this time, unfortunately, I didn't have a console, nor did I have a PC. So at the time in high school, my squeaky anime boy voice years, I was a fan on the sidelines. But now that I'm older and I have purchased my own console, I have had a chance to play the game for myself, and I deeply enjoy it. It's almost as if I have fallen in love all over again with this game. Oddly enough, though, I did not try Overwatch before I did Paladins. It has a bit less of a spicy market compared to Overwatch, but regardless of all that, it is still a very decently well-received game. As we are comparing these two games a little in this video, this game started off as relatively a clone of Overwatch, like one for one, like some of the characters were very similar. It was just basically a clone. Of course, that definitely has changed, especially recently, with all the new characters and new game modes. It has definitely become far more than what it was before. It is no longer a clone at all, although it does borrow some of the gameplay. All of that has definitely changed over the years, especially considering Overwatch has now gone free to play with it. Both of these games will be going head to head. Now, this video isn't about which game is better, it's more of a comparison between the two, and where I think Overwatch, one of my personal favorite games, could find inspiration in Paladins. So they could eventually do some of the same things that Paladins does, but in a new and unique way that could actually help the game in its current state, because let's just face it, Overwatch definitely needs a better gameplay loop. I'll be getting into more of that later though. So what I'm saying is, you could love either one of these games and be just fine with it. I think they're both great games, and I don't think one is inherently worse than the other because they're both different in their own right. And you'll find enjoyment out of both of them for different reasons. But the defining differences between them, and what I think Overwatch should do more, and why I brought up it's a very similar game to compare it to, is Paladins has its loot boxes still. And these things you can buy, which I don't entirely agree with, but you can also earn them through the game. And a lot of the things in these loot boxes are also earnable through the game by just grinding out gems, and you can do that with the seasonal quest line. These quest lines are just that. They're a semblance of different quests that you can complete to be rewarded a lot of different things. Currency, the in-game currency, to where you could buy skins and yes, other loot boxes themselves, cosmetics, and all of this is absolutely free. This is what I think Overwatch should have, is this rewards track. It's something I believe they desperately need, because the game itself right now is very plain. There's not a lot to do. Once you've unlocked all the characters in Overwatch, you have basically completed the bulk of the game. Which sucks because the game itself is fun. And once you unlock all the characters, you'll be trying them out. But once you do that, you're done trying out all the characters. All you really have to do as a free-to-play player is just grind without the legendary skins. And that might sound appealing at first, but these take ages to unlock. I'm telling you, it's at least, without exaggeration, it might take you 6 months, maybe less than that now, since they have actually changed how hard it is to get a legendary skin. Now, this actually makes a bit more sense if you look at it, because these are the paid items in the game. These are the things they want you to pay for. So of course it's going to take a very long time for you to get them. But with all that said, 6 months or so, maybe less than that now, is still a long time to actually unlock one of these skins. Now, from what I have heard, it may be a little less time than what it used to be to grind for a skin you actually wanted, like one of the legendary ones. I believe they changed it to where it's at least half the time it used to take, so maybe it's about 3 months, maybe 4, something around there. Either way, it's still a very long time. So you will be grinding out the in-game currency with no real semblance of reward besides that in between your sessions. You're not earning anything besides the currency, which you won't find any real satisfaction out of until months later. Like, you'll be sitting down, playing the game for hours, and feel like you've gotten essentially nothing. Yes, you're getting the currency so you can buy the skin, but that's just currency. What else are you getting? Like, what else are you grinding for? One skin for one character? And I guarantee you, you're going to have to use other characters to complete a lot of those quests that they ask you to do so you can get the in-game currency. So you will have other favorites in this game. And all of that work just to get one outfit, I just don't think is fair. But what would be fascinating is if their golden weapons in this game were earnable through just by leveling up your character how it is in Paladins. And it doesn't matter how you do it. It's just here, you play as your favorite character and you get the weapons. Why isn't that in this game? And hold it before you go storming off into the comments. I know that you can get golden weapons through playing ranked on this. Overwatch is a very competitive game. There are some extremely sweaty people who play this game. Not everybody's going to want to play ranked. A very select few players, meaning the players who are very active in this game, and like I said, are active in the more competitive half of it, they're going to want to play ranked. But if you're not a competitive player, you're not going to care about ranked. That's just gating off parts of the content to another side of the community. That's not good for a game like this, especially since the gameplay itself doesn't have much of a loop. If they had it to where if you play as a character long enough, you will unlock their golden weapon. And Blizzard could double down on this instead of just having golden weapons. Maybe Blizzard could introduce something like platinum or diamond weapons. Weapons that require a lot of play on one character. Now, these would be rewarded on every character, of course. You just have to play as them for a long period of time before you actually unlock their platinum or diamond variants of their skins and weapons. This would be excellent. Not only does it encourage players to play as their favorite more often, but it also rewards them for doing just that. A leveling system that rewards you as you play as your favorite character, I think, is almost mandatory for a game like this. Now, here is something I am almost positive has already passed someone's thought working on this game. Achievements. Difficult ones. They reward you incredibly flashy rewards after you complete them, though. For example, here's one I just came up with off the top of my head. Getting airborne kills with Reaper. Getting 100 airborne kills with Reaper gets you an emblem that's like a golden skull with wings on it. And it's animated. The skull is floating and the wings are flapping and it's all sparkly. And the title you get along with it is called Angel of Death. Achievements like that, things that give you reward for doing silly things, I can imagine. So many Reapers jumping up and down while they're trying to shoot me with their shotguns. Not only messing up the way they shoot, giving me openings to kill them, because they're probably going to be missing all of their shots, but it gives them something fun and silly to do while they're playing the game. This adds on to the gameplay loop. Again, all of these crazy ideas for achievements that I'm sure Blizzard can come up with loads of them would add on a whole lot to the gameplay loop, aside from just grinding for legendary skins. This would be a great idea. And the cosmetics for these achievements could be very small. Like I said, a title, an emblem, Something like that. Or weird spray. Things that look flashy. Flashy enough that players could grind for them and then show them off to their friends. Things that are really interesting like that. Another great idea for an achievement. I don't know, something called Widow's Bite. Get 200 kills with Amelie's auto rifle. Up close. And the reward is getting an awesome black weapon skin. And the weapon could have unique animations and sound effects. The weapon could resemble more of a Widow, but maybe something a bit more green instead of red. It has a very prickly appearance with multiple green glowing eyes on the sides of the weapon. And the muzzle flash could be green and glowing, and as you're shooting it, it makes a hissing noise that's reminiscent to a spider. See, look, Blizzard, I gave you an idea. You can pay me now. But anyway, I really do think achievements like that would really add some flavor to the game. Of course, a lot of these things would be difficult to get. I don't want these things to be easy to get at all. All of these challenges should be very difficult, but also very fun as well. Nothing that's too tedious or annoying to do. Getting kills with your auto rifle up close as Widowmaker, and a lot of them, will take a long time, but it's not too annoying to the point where it's frustrating. It just encourages you to play the game in a different way. Instead of hanging in the back all day like most Widowmaker mains, you're going to be up front trying to get those kills. And instead of just waiting for someone's health to get low as Reaper, then surprising them from behind, you're going to be jumping up and down, sporadically, and trying your best to get a kill while airborne. Who knows if you'll actually get one while you're jumping, though. Fun but goofy achievements would really help this game. And it gives players a whole lot to do, because there's going to be lots of achievements if Blizzard ever does implement this idea into the game. There's going to be loads of them, and loads of cool cosmetics that are tied to them, that you can earn as a player. Now, I know Blizzard doesn't normally do this too often, but I think a game like Overwatch really does need something to the gameplay that isn't just playing and that's it. Because this game's gonna fall out of popularity really fast if there's just nothing really to do in it. And that's why I think this game desperately needs these changes. Maybe something else. Maybe there could be something else that could be added to this game to make it even better than what it is now. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any ideas. But in the meantime, that's all the time I have left for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Apologies for the really late one this time. A lot has come up this week, and because of that, I've been a bit behind with uploading videos. This whole month, really, it's just been a very busy one for me, in both positive ways and ways, you know, that might be a little hard. You know, we all go through some hard times in our life, but it doesn't mean I am going to stop uploading videos. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop drawing. I am just going to draw even more. I'm going to upload even more videos, put a smile on my face, because you know what? The happier you are, happier other people will be. And that's what I'm gonna do, my fellow gamers. I'm gonna make all of you happy, and when that happens, I'm happy too. But until then, my fellow gamers, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you too can be a part of the Dark Kingdom. Till next time, and please do have a blessed day. Bye.